Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Keisha, but you can call me Kay. This video is going to be about how I started modeling and how it's gotten me to the point that I'm at now as a professional model. So if you're interested, keep watching. Okay, so I'm originally from Iowa. I moved here to Texas when I was 10 years old, and modeling was always a dream of my mother's. But of course, being in Iowa, there aren't very many opportunities there. So when we came down here, I remember my first experience was going to an expo where basically it was advertised on the radio, where they had you come out, and for this particular expo, what they wanted everybody to do was a little catwalk, and you got on stage, you did that, you said your name and all those things. So I just remember walking to that song, I'm Too Sexy, which I think is hilarious because it sounds kind of cliche, but it was the first time I ever walked on a runway or anything like that, and it was fun. I had a really good time, and I surprisingly wasn't nervous. I think that also surprised my mom because there was a crowd of people, and again, we're from Iowa, it's small, ain't nobody doing stuff like that. So from there, we would do little castings around the city, but nothing really ever came of it. So it wasn't until fast forward to when I'm in high school where I kind of did some things in high school, but I graduated as a junior and I went to UNT. And on UNT's campus at the time, they had a modeling group called Mosaic. And that's really where I was able to kind of, dive in and get professional photos done. And every week we had a practice where we all came together. We practiced our runway walks. There were other college kids, of course, in the group, but then that were over the group. So they had been modeling already, so they were able to kind of teach us, how to walk, what things to do with posing, and they were able to find us some different opportunities. So oftentimes I found myself skipping classes and ended up in Dallas from Denton, which is like a 45-minute drive. Mind you, at the time I didn't have a car or anything like that, so I was making my way to Dallas to do these different events, and I didn't end up graduating from college because I was more focused than on modeling, but a lot of really big opportunities came from that. One in particular, I did an event that Russell Simmons, yes, it was like a diamond empowerment fund, I think is what it was called, and it basically was like this auction. It was actually a little more than just an auctioned event. It was actually founded to raise supportive education initiatives in African nations where diamonds are a natural resource. Event that they did where, they had some models there, and, we just kind of helped work the event. Some of us were on the red carpet, so we got a chance to meet other celebrities as they came in. I was able to see Ren DMC perform, which was super legendary. But it was a lot of fun, and like I said, a lot of opportunities came from that. So then I found myself going from that to a couple years down the line, I ended up signing to my first agency, and that was short-lived at the time. They just wanted me to, make some changes, which was fine, but I didn't really understand a lot of the way that they worked, and I felt like as a mother agency, they were supposed to, kind of walk me through the process a little better, and needless to say, I ended up leaving after about 6 months. Now, some may say that's just super early to leave after working with an agency anyway, because there's not a lot that could happen in 6 months, but some of the things that were coming up I felt like didn't really make a lot of sense, and at the end of the day, you got to go with your gut instinct, and I do feel like it was the best opportunity or the best move for me to make to choose to leave that agency. But then it would be a few years down the line from that I would sign to the agency that I'm at now, and I absolutely love the people that I work with at the moment. They're wonderful. I know that they have my best interests at heart. It's much smaller, which I think is great, because then you're not they see you. You want to be seen, you want to be heard, you want to know that the agency that you're working with has your best interests at heart, and that they're hearing what your goals are and things like that. So, and I can say that they do that. So I'm really excited to see what else comes from working with this agency. Hopefully it'll be to sign with others, because as a model, you want to sign to more than one agency so that you're constantly getting work. But yeah, I really enjoy what I do right now and the people that I work with. If you have any questions or anything that you want me to touch on extra, then be sure to leave it in the comments. Definitely check me out on Instagram. I'll leave that in the description, and I will see you in my next video.